What? Please delete me back off. Cute. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am Darian if you are new here, and if you're not new here, you already know. I am back for another vlog. I feel like the summer has blown by very fast and fall is quickly approaching. It is now almost mid-August. And it was just like August 1st yesterday. And yeah, I just feel like I have been in a very locked in mentality and space. I'm so excited for whatever is about to come in this season. I don't know, but you know, like when you just have this feeling like the atmosphere has changed, like something has changed. It doesn't mean like something directly in the natural that you've seen has changed, but you just feel like different. Like it is time for something new. It is time for what's new in the season. So I kind of been in that space, been a little MIA, just focusing on self and, you know, in that kind of space. And it's so perfect timing because at church we're doing 21 days of prayer, and I honestly didn't know when it was going to start. And I went back on a Sunday where the next day it was starting. I stay locked in spiritually, but it's just been helping to give me like an extra push of, you know, just focusing in and going a little deeper. Okay, that is something that's really important to me, is my spiritual life. That helps me to maintain all the other things in this life, okay? And it's something so precious to me, so I don't like to like share too much of that aspect of my life, because I feel like when you do, people feel like they get to comment and tell you all these things. So that is something that's really important to me, and I'm like learning the balance of, I guess, sharing that part of my life, and also without like making it like a spectacle. I'm not that person. But anyway, I'm about to go to a new Pilates studio that is opening up this month, but they're doing this thing where they allow you to take 3 free classes, I guess, to kind of get a feel of how their classes will flow and what you like, and see if you'll like it. Now, if you have been watching me for a little bit, around this time last year, I randomly was just on my app where I work out at, and then when I got back on the app, this class stuck out to me, Hot Pilates, and it was a mat hot Pilates. And prior to that, I kind of like had in my mind like I want to try Pilates, but I don't really know, like I keep hearing about it, but I thought it was like this easy workout, you know, just something to get cute for and to go in and work out. So I started doing the mat Pilates class, and fast forward to today, it has been so life-changing. So today is a day where I'm like even though I never really stopped, but I'm like just kind of rebooting on my fitness journey and, you know, the goals that I'm trying to reach for my body. So it just all works out perfectly. I got these free classes and I get to add them in that schedule. I might actually go to another Pilates class later, if so I need to sign up for that. So yeah, y'all, that's just like a quick life update. I've been locked in and just kind of focused on different things and figuring out what's next in the season of my life. This year, my goal was to just travel as much as I could and do as much as I could like in the first half of the year, and then at the end of the year just kind of locked in and figured out the next move. So I feel like I've done that. So I feel like this is the time now for that. So I'm excited. All right, y'all. So I can't sit here and talk too long because I need to get ready to go in the next 15 minutes. I want to make sure I get there early. But I'm going to check in with y'all in a little bit. I have a full day today. I need to go to the grocery store once I leave Pilates because I am making some gumbo today. All right. I'm trying to start cooking again too, y'all. I have not cooked in I don't know how long. I mean, like really cooked. Other than something quick, like popping in the oven or something, I don't know how long it's been. I can't even track back to the last time. So I'm going to cook today. I have some work to do for like business and stuff and posting and stuff. Yeah, so I'll just try to keep you filled in with the day. All right, let's get started. All right, y'all, so I just made it. It is 10:52 and the class starts at 11. So I'm about to go ahead and get in there so I can hopefully get a good spot. I've already seen people walking in, so. done with the class, I feel like I just got my butt kicked. I feel like I just got beat up. Yeah, so for some reason I had in my mind that mat Pilates is probably harder. The reason I had that assumption is because when I took a reformer class at a different place, it really wasn't given what I got today. And today I got like a real workout. And it's good because I feel like I want to come back because this is the kind of workout I'm looking for. Like what I did today, no questions about it. Your body is going to be bodying. Probably after a few classes, a whole new shape coming through. That is the intensity that I just experienced in this Pilates class. This is the type of workout that I am looking for right now because I feel like I'm getting what I would get if I'm in like a hardcore intense workout class, but it's at a pace that I like, where I'm still working on my muscles, probably muscles that I don't even know about. That is how intense the class felt, but also at the same time is manageable for me. I'm not like constantly like, heart rate through the roof, okay? Like some classes can have you like, especially cardio. I enjoyed this class. It was amazing and I am motivated on my journey again. It's not that I like completely lost motivation or anything like that, but like when things become routine, you kind of get used to it. So this is just something to like, switch things up. So we'll see. I feel like this would be such a nice thing to incorporate into my routine in the fall time. It's basically about to be fall time. They don't even open for a couple more weeks, so I have time to decide, but they have good prices today if you join today. I'm about to go to Aldi and then I need to head back home because I have some work to do before my Pilates class this afternoon. So I am currently eating my leftover Jamaican food from yesterday. So I pretty much just finished cooking the gumbo. It's just sitting on the stove. For the most part, it's done. I thought that I had completely destroyed the gumbo because I got a little too happy when I was making the roux sauce. So when I put it in there, all the gumbo just started to clump up. And I'm like, I did not think I put that much flour. Now normally when I cook, I just cook based off of like sight, like what I feel like needs to be in there, and I just add and take away as I can. And thankfully, like I just quickly thought, let me hurry up and start taking out the veggies and meat in the gumbo because it still had so much flour on it that if I added it to a pot of broth, it would have basically been like I made the roux. So I was able to salvage everything and it still tastes good. That is the thing about cooking. I feel like you can not know how to cook and still be able to finesse it. Like I know a lot of people say they don't know how to cook, but I feel like I mean, granted, there are some people who don't know how to cook. Okay, let's just be honest. But I do feel like if you don't know how to cook, you can like finesse stuff in the kitchen and make it work. Like how I just turned a mess into a whole another meal. It's still a meal, the same meal, but I took it from being almost destroyed to make it gumbo again. So, and it still tastes good. It tastes really good. So I just feel like it's just like critically thinking and knowing what to do when it comes to cooking. I feel so good once I got home, took a shower, ended up having to leave again to go get celery because I thought I had some, but I didn't. But right now, once I finish eating, I need to work on the content that I was supposed to be working on. And then I have a service that I need to add on my like site, on one of my sites. And so I need to do that. But it's 4 o'clock right now and I need to leave at 5. Well, really it's 4:07. I need to leave at 5 so I can make it to the second Pilates class for today. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna hurry up and do it now or do it later when I get home. But you know how when you get home, especially after working out twice a day, you just want to relax. You just want to relax. But again, I'm in a very focused place right now, so I kind of want to just get it done. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, y'all, workout number 2 is complete for today. Pilates twice a day is no joke. I think this is the most I have worked my core muscles in a day ever. Anyway, I'm at Pliables. I'm about to come in here and get a smoothie. I'm just craving like fruit or something. And then I'm going to go to Bath and Body Works because I have a free I forget what they call them, but it's basically a free reward for a free item up to like, I think it's $18.95. So I definitely want to take advantage of that. I probably will end up getting a wall plug, or if I can get a candle holder for that price, then one of those. But I need to hurry up because it is 7:22, so the stores are probably going to start closing down in a little bit. Okay. Thank you. So I need to know what's going on with Bath and Body Works. I normally will use those coupons when I get them on the fragrance plugins, or I'll use them on like candle holders and stuff, but they don't do that anymore apparently. So this is what I ended up getting, a hand soap refill. I don't know, how often I'll use this, but we're gonna make it work. I mean, this smells good, but this is not what I was hoping to get. Okay, I'm gonna just be grateful and keep my mouth shut. But Bath and Body Works, if you want to go back to how you did it before, I would be so happy about that. Good morning, you guys. It's a new day. I am eating my breakfast. It's 11 o'clock right now. I just did the vibration plate before this. And I need to honestly be getting me some water in. Y'all, I had plans on getting up earlier, but that is the blessing of making your own schedule. So I was supposed to get up. Honestly, I wanted to get up today and go in for prayer, but I was just so tired. That snooze button, it kept calling me. Okay, I pressed the snooze button about a good 10 to 15 times this morning because I kept changing the time to when I was going to get up. And yeah, so I have a client today, so I have some paperwork I need to get printed off, and then I need to add something to what I was supposed to do yesterday. I need to do today, basically, because I don't want to keep pushing it off. But those are the plans of what I'm about to do right now. I do not like feeling like this, where I feel so caught off guard, because I just don't like it. So I feel like kind of like, not like behind in a bad way. I'm not behind. I just feel kind of like I could have prepared for this. If I would have known that somebody would have been booked today, so I have to get prepared for that. I had a booking like late night, like probably, I want to say like midnight. This just showed me to stay on top of everything because you never know when things will come in. Well, if you like work for yourself, or even not, if you work for a company and you're like client based or anything like that, you never know when clients will come. So just be ready. So you don't gotta get ready the morning. Ugh. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just so happy. I love what I do, and I'm just happy to be doing it, y'all. So while I'm printing these forms, I feel good after yesterday. I was expecting to wake up and be like really sore, but I'm not really sore. I am a little bit sore. Like I can feel it in my thighs. I thought I would be more sore maybe in my belly area, but I don't really feel sore. I actually just feel really good. I made it through 2 Pilates classes yesterday. And so now my mindset has changed. I used to think that mat Pilates was harder than the reformer. And after experiencing that, I don't think so. I think just the first Pilates class that I took wasn't really what I expected it to be. My laptop is right here, y'all, so I'm not trying to, be rude or anything, but I'm still trying to talk to y'all and work, okay? A girl is, what do you call it when you just can do a lot of things at once? I think I have to go plug in my printer. I'll be back. All right, so I'm just wait for this. It's so interesting because a few years ago, those years consecutively, I was going through a lot of stuff, and I couldn't have imagined being back like where I'm at now. The stuff that I was going through felt so bad. Like when you are going through hard seasons, sometimes it can feel so bad and you cannot even see the future. You don't even care about the future, okay? I was having those type of moments. All right. All you could see is what was happening then. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna be back and then we'll just do some more talking because I've been doing like some reflection and introspection, and we're gonna talk. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get these papers. Part 1 of what I needed to do is done with. Let me just open this up before I get to talking, y'all. Okay, so when I woke up, I was just thinking about, actually I had a really bad dream about something somebody was trying to do to me, and it was not good. Okay, it was not good. This person in the past was fake. All right, if you're watching me, like, what the heck is this girl talking about? I'm trying to talk without like I guess talking too much, and I know that like I get a lot of messages and things in my dreams. Like I'm tapped in to that. I understand some people don't believe that and may think that it's spooky or crazy or whatever. But I get a lot of messages through my dreams, and basically just somebody from my past was doing something very bad towards me. It was more so like I was being shown how this person actually feels about me. Basically what I was getting from it wasn't that they were actually doing this, because they're not like physically even near me, like close to me, but it's like in their heart what they want to do to me, okay? And it was not good, all right? We'll just say that. And so obviously you have the power to pray against these things. And I'm not joking. The people that have come up against me, when I have done good towards them, I have wanted good towards them, I don't have to do anything. It gets handled. And not by me. It's not me out here, getting my lick back or getting back at them. When you have a good heart towards people and they do you dirty, trust and believe, whether you see it or not, baby, karma, whatever you want to call it, is coming back. Is she coming back at the right time, right? So anyway, this was like in a season where I was still becoming. I wasn't really like set in who I am now. I was becoming. And so like growing up, I always thought like, oh, I've always been very like kind natured. Like I always like can see stuff, but in the past, you're kind of taught to look past certain behaviors and things that people do, and we're taught to, oh, that's just people, that's just, it's normal, it's this or that. Toxic stuff is not normal. It's not supposed to be normal. Actually, it is normalized, but it's not supposed to be normal. In life, we are just conditioned to believe that everybody's good and just be nice to everybody and this and that. No, nice and kind are two different things. I used to be nice, but now I see that nice is more so of like, oh, let me just go along with everything to not ruffle any feathers. And when I think of nice now, the way that I see life, I think of it almost as being fake. Like, let me just ha ha ha. Even though I don't really agree or I don't like this or that. Granted, I know in some social spaces it's not really worth like whatever. Just it's not really worth it. But overall, just being like super nice and allowing people to treat you any kind of way and do whatever they want to do to you, I'm not with that, okay? I'm not with that. And it took me going through the worst seasons of my life to get to a place where I'm like, I'm not with that. I don't like that. I don't agree with what you're treating me. And if I don't agree with it, I don't have to have that around me, okay? I have the right to say that. And if you get mad and angry because I say that, then that tells me how you really felt about me in the first place, okay? So one thing I have realized is that I used to like, put people on a pedestal. Like sometimes we do that because a person has these gifts, or a person says this, or, you're so-called friends with a person or this and that. I used to put people on a pedestal, and not even like where I'm on the ground like kissing their feet or nothing like that, okay? She was never like that. Let me just let that be known. Don't get it twisted. But sometimes you don't even know when you're, subconsciously doing things because of how you were, could be because of how you were raised, what you saw being done, or, the friends that you were around, maybe they did the same thing. And so sometimes you can not even know it, but you are putting people on a pedestal by even being quote unquote, I have to be super nice. I have to be agreeable with everything and whatever this person wants. I don't know if I was really ever like that, because there's always been like this part of me that was like, oh no, this ain't going down. And so it's like I went through these seasons where God was allowing me to see that, no, you don't need to be putting nobody on the pedestal. I don't care what name they have. I don't care what gifts they have. I don't care who they are. Nobody goes on a pedestal in your life. One of the biggest groups I used to idolize was friendships and friends. And I used to think like, oh, we're friends, we're cool. Everything's gonna always be well. Nothing will go down, this or that. Now, one thing I can for sure say is I always been down when it came to my friends. I always been down. I don't know how I feel about that now, but I used to always be loyal and ride, okay? I used to be our person. All right, I'm coming up. I'm bringing all y'all. Not no more. Come on, it's a space for you here. Absolutely not anymore. Absolutely not. Figure it out your own self, okay? Your own way. But just to show you what kind of friend I used to be, and I used to realize it would come back to actually work against me because they weren't supposed to go there with me. And so sometimes you can think that you're bringing your friends up with you, but you're actually bringing enemies up with you. Enemies to that next level of elevation that you're going to. Enemies to the destiny and the different assignments that you have for the next season. It can be as simple as you're about to go up to another level financially. You're about to go up to another level at your workplace. You're about to go to another level. Maybe you have a business or something. It could be as simple as that, and bringing those people with you. Now, granted, some people are just in your life. They're good people. But when you look past certain things and you want to make excuses for certain behaviors, bringing the wrong people up with you can sabotage you and set you back. And that is something that I had to learn, like back to back to back to back, because I was not getting the lesson. Once I got the lesson, I started to realize, like, these people that I didn't even know I had on a pedestal aren't that great. And not saying they're not that great, like they're bad people, like they don't have any good to offer, but in my mind, I'm trying to like overdo and, you know, people please and all these things. They're not even worth my time of doing that. Outside of just, you know, regular, you know, friend stuff, coming to birthday dinner, stuff like that. Okay. People like to go out and eat and stuff. That doesn't make somebody a good friend for you. Think about all the not good things that happened when you were around these people. Think about how they were gossiping about you, and these are supposed to be your friends. How they were doing this and that and the third. And again, nobody is perfect, but when these are patterns and, you know, just like you start to see stuff, you have to accept people for who they are. It doesn't matter the things, okay? You just have to accept people for who they are. So I went through a season like that, which I'm so glad I did go through that, because I started to see people from a different view. And I started to love myself. I started to realize the greatness about me and what I deserve and what I don't deserve. So back to the dream. In the dream, this is a person that I thought was good because, you know, they have these specific gifts, you know. I met them around, I don't want to say church culture, but it was like that type of environment. Although it wasn't like physically like where I go now or anything like that. And so it's easy to put your guard down when you see certain things and think like, oh, they have this gift, so they must be a good person. They're doing this, so they must be a good person. They're speaking into my life, so they must be a good person. They know this, so they must be a good person. So this is actually one of the people that have popped up. And it's so interesting because I, like, once I see shady stuff and it's like, you come for me, you know, I'm still being worked on. And so there was a moment where I didn't snap like physically, okay? I didn't cause any physical altercations or anything like that. Let's make that very clear. And this was years ago, okay? I was still growing. You know, she's a grown woman now. This is when I was growing into a woman, okay? One thing about it is, even from a young girl, I will sit there and I will watch and I will observe and I will let people have their time. I will give them chances. I don't know if it's called giving grace really, but it's more so like, I'm going to let you be you. I'm going to let these things happen. And when I feel like enough has been enough, it's time to address some stuff, okay? It's time to reel it back in and, you know, let's go over this, that, and the third. Let's handle some business. And so there was a moment of, is it reckoning? There was a moment where we had to talk about some things. And again, this person was trying to act like they were above me. They created something on their own. And in their mind, they were this big thing. And we're trying to, you know, when you have respect for certain things, you can be easily manipulated and pulled in. So this person just created something on their own and was basically, I don't know if I can say the A word, but ABU-ing people. Okay? And now that I look back, I can see it clearly. It was like a power trip that this person had. Like, they love the idea of being in control of others and inciting fear in others and causing, this sounds, I feel like a TV show or something. The stuff that I have encountered, and it's I don't even know how. Anyway, the people that I've come across, I don't even know how. It's just my life. Anyway, and so they got a rise out of controlling people, and it was like this rush inside of them. They love to be the one on top, and put people down. The whole time they were shady, like living shady, babes. And you're over here telling people what to do. Please get over yourself. Whole time shady behind the scenes and with people in the group or whatever. Okay. For those of y'all who like drama or whatever. Anyway, let's get to the important part, okay? Because I can tell some stories. One day, this is how I know that God is working on me, because I am not an early riser. I'm not an early riser. Again, this is years ago. This is not like anything recent or anything. I get up on this morning. This is a random morning. And I start, I still sleepy, but I wake up and I cut on gospel music. I cut on gospel music. And that's not like nothing bad or nothing. That's not saying that I don't listen to gospel music, but for me to get up out of my sleep early and just cut on gospel music, and then I just let it play while I went back to sleep. I don't know. In the moment, it just was what it was, but I didn't think that, nothing too deep of it. Then I ended up talking to the person later, and it was like, I just let it all out, okay? I just let it all out, and not in a good way. Like, all the shadiness, I let it be known. All the things, it did not have to go the way that it did, but in the moment, I just let it all out. All right? I had to go in prayer and apologize, okay? We'll just leave it at that. So, I ended up deleting all the shadiness off my social media. It's been years, and the person still has left me on their social media, and it's just like the person is not a good person. And that's the best way I can say it. Like, they put on this act that they're a good person, and yes, you can have the gifts and this or that. Everybody has gifts. Everybody is not tapped into their gifts, and everybody does not know how to use them. But you can have the gifts and still be a very terrible person. And so the person is still on my social media, still watching me. And then randomly, I recently had a post, and I don't even post that often, honestly. I post here and there on my social media. Well, a specific social media. And the person liked the picture. It was just weird. What? What? Please delete me back off. That's what I was hoping would have happened years ago. But that goes to show you, people will do you dirty and do dirty things to you and still be watching you, still be obsessed. And that is not the only person. This has been a pattern. I genuinely come into friendships and just any relationships in my life, I don't seek out to do dirty by people. So when you have a good heart towards people and they don't, but they're smiling in your face and acting like they have a good heart towards you and they mean well by you, it really, in the end, the torment and torture that they must go through to still be thinking about you and still have you in the forefront of their minds, to still be following you once you unfollow them and rid them out of your life is beyond me. It's beyond me. And I know it sounds good to get your lick back and this or that, but I have found in life, when you try to get your lick back, that lick back that you got back, even though you were getting back, now something is coming for you. So it's not even worth messing up your good homeostasis where you are. No, you're not messing up my blessings. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit back and let life happen, and you're gonna see not to mess with me, okay? And I don't have to do anything, okay? I don't have that plan, It's like something inside of you when you're authentic and genuine and you really care for people and you are just you're just doing the thing, okay? You're just doing the thing. You would think that a lot of people would actually like you, but actually a lot of people don't like you when you're doing that, because a lot of people are not in that space. A lot of people are not authentic, and yada yada yada. I don't feel like going into that in this conversation. I have found, at least for my life, that actually has made people hate me. They love to be around me. They love my energy. They want to be around my energy and my space, but at the same time, they hate me so bad because they hate that what I have they wish they had in themselves, not even realizing the beauty that if they would just open their eyes, there's beauty in your own self. There's good about your own self. But you don't want to do the work. Okay? You don't want to do what you need to do to get there, because I didn't just pop out like this. Okay? I did the work. I went through the hard things. I focused on myself and was like, I want better for my life. I want different for my life. And this is how I got here. Day by day, continue to work on myself. Day by day, discovering things about myself. So that actually causes people to like something inside them to like hate you. Okay? I am not a person that just walks around inciting stuff. I literally mind my business. And I've seen this posted multiple times on different platforms. People don't like when you mind your business. People don't like that. Something about minding your business just causes people to, react badly. Sometimes when I talk, I just kind of go, on a long path to get to what I'm saying. So let me reel this back in because I got work to do. Like, I'm still trying to understand the mindset of a person that you clearly hated me and loved me at the same time. And maybe still do. But it's crazy how you literally have good intentions and right intentions toward somebody or people or whatever the case may be. And something in you reflects what they feel like they don't have or whatever. And the A word, ABUS, emotionally and all of that, which when I think back to it, that didn't have to happen. Like, I didn't have to let this person in my life. Okay? God didn't tell me this person had to be in my life, but I learned a lesson from them being in my life to just stop putting these people on pedestals, please. Stop putting these people on pedestals. People that have done you dirty and you move on with your life. You continue to glow up and be happy and grow and be blessed and all these things. It just like does something to them. Like you would think that like, okay, what's done is done. Go on about your life. I've gone on about my life. No, they aren't done in their minds. Like, they haven't been satisfied. It's scary. They really in their minds believe that you owe them something. You already did me dirty. And I don't know if it's because like sometimes people think that you cannot make it without them. That you're the one that is you because of them. No, babes, been me. But you don't get to go in people's lives and essentially destroy them. Maybe in their mind they don't think that that's what's happening, but essentially your actions is causing destruction in other people's lives. But because you have made up in your mind and put your own self on this pedestal, you don't believe that your actions deserve any punishment. But one thing about it don't matter what you believe, babes. When it's time to reap what you sow, you're going to reap what you sow, all right? When you start messing with the wrong people in life, you don't know what kind of spiritual protection these people have on their lives. You don't know what is going on with certain people. You cannot get away with what you think you can get away with everybody. Maybe, and even then, it's not to say that some people are better than others, but maybe you may have felt like you got away with something over here. But life, when it play itself out, oh, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. I was just hearing this lady talking about the story of this old man that I guess took out his family. Look, that ain't none of my business, and I'm just repeating something I heard, so I don't have all the details. But basically, he took out his first family and wanted to start fresh. Not took them out for fun, like took them and wanted to start fresh and started a new family, and he became an old man. And that's when everything came out and everything was, exposed. And that's when karma decided to come back around. So you never know. Like, it may seem like you got away. One thing about life,
Anyway, just all from the dream, it just had me thinking about like how the heck do you come and try to sow discord and mess up other people's lives, and you get mad because they move on and see you for what you are and see you for who you are and move on with their lives, and they don't want you in their lives anymore. That is like, do you think that that is normal behavior? Anyway, y'all, I don't got time for this, okay? I got work to do. So I'm going to finish up with my work. I just love having conversations on life. And y'all, if this is you, you're that person that, you do right by people and you mean well by people, and you feel like you're being treated badly or not getting what you feel like you deserve back in your relationships with people, you probably need to do some introspection and look at yourself and see where in your life are you allowing people to feel like they can do whatever they want to you or treat you any kind of way, and that there's not going to be any consequence. So is it people pleasing? Are you running behind people because you don't want to be rejected? And this is not like to judge or anything, because we all have things that we do and we come from. But once you learn why things are happening and you change it, then you can move forward and not keep going through the same things again and have those same wounds. And but baby, let me tell you, when I finally caught on to game and started to elevate and change my ways in life, baby, people was mad because they can't use me anymore. They can't get over on me anymore. They can't play me anymore. I'm no longer looking past the red flags. They are bright. And once I see that flag wave, I'm out of there. Okay, you guys, so I'm currently in traffic, so I feel like this is a good time to talk. So the client that I thought I had today is actually tomorrow. The reason I thought the client was today was because I had this happen before where I had like a last minute booking, and with that last minute booking, they book like at midnight, but it was for like that next day early afternoon. And so I just kind of like, I saw the booking and assumed like it was today. So when I was working on what I was working on in my scheduler, I saw that it's tomorrow, so I was able to get some other stuff done and not have to feel rushed. So currently I'm on the way to Didi's Discount. I have not been to that store in years, but I remember they sell scrubs, so I'm going there to see if I can find like a cute pair of scrubs. Technically I do not have to wear scrubs when I'm working, but I feel like it makes it just look extra professional and cute. So yeah, I'm going to get some scrubs, and then I need to go by my place of work and get some stuff so that I can, just work on that tonight. And I need to drop some stuff off, and then I'm gonna go walking. I'll do it like here and there. I haven't really done it consistently as of lately, so I feel like today would be a nice day to walk. But I'm gonna have to drive myself there to force myself to do it, because I'm already feeling like backing out. I already backed out of my dance class because I said I was gonna go walking, and now I feel like, those thoughts. Do we have to go walking? But I have to remember goals. I did 2 classes yesterday. If I did 2 classes yesterday, I can walk today. But anyway, you guys, that's the plan for right now. I'm basically stuck in traffic for a little bit. It's still moving. It's just moving slow. So yeah, we'll see how the day continues to flow. But overall, it's been going good. I feel like accomplished. Okay, y'all. So how about the very thing that I was kind of freaking out about? Not really, but kind of last night about. I had already did it. So sometimes it's like I should trust myself more, because sometimes it's the things that you think that, oh, I forgot to do, or I didn't do that. You actually did it, but for some reason you felt like you forgot it. So that's good, because I was thinking about coming out here this morning and I would have been so mad but I came out here and I didn't need to. So moving on, I was able to get some scrubs. So this scrub top was $6.99. Cute. And then I got 2 pairs of black scrub pants. These were $8.99. It's pretty simple. It doesn't really have any extra, stuff on it. I do love scrub pants that have an adjustable band because just in case you like lose weight or gain around the belly area, it's more convenient to just tighten everything. And then I have another pair. This one has, which I didn't even check this, but this one has an adjustable band on the inside. So I guess that kind of like makes up for it not being on the outside. These were $8.99, and this is actually a really good brand. When I used to buy scrubs, I used to buy this brand. So this is some nice scrub pants. If you are looking for any scrub pants or need any, Didi's, or just scrubs, not just pants, Didi's has some options. And then as far as tops again, I just got this gray top also. So yeah, y'all, I'm about to get out of here because I will be back tomorrow, and it's getting a little late, so I want to get at least a little bit of a walk in. This trip though to Didi's was really successful, and I was able to find what I needed. I feel like I just need to go home and just look at my schedule and make sure, I just feel like I need to do that. Life has picked up for me in a good way, but I feel like sometimes when you're in slow seasons and things don't seem to be happening as fast as you want them to, and then when you jump into another season and things start going, figuring out that groove, I feel like can take some time. But anyway, y'all, again, I can't talk too much right now because I need to maximize the time that I have while the sun is still out. Good morning, you guys. It's like 8 o'clock. I have an appointment at 9:30. I normally, if I'm up this early, I don't have nothing to do, like an appointment or something, I'm not out and about, just dilly-dallying and stuff. But I actually got up early because I was gonna try to make it to prayer, but I think the power was out or something like that. Nobody was in the parking lot. So I figured I would just come to a coffee shop that I wanted to try out. It's called Sweet Peaches Coffee. I actually saw this place on TikTok. It just randomly came up, and so I'm trying to get more into different places to eat and get coffee and stuff where I live. So I want to go check it out. So I'll bring you guys with me and let's go see what it's about. What it's about. I know I seen that they had this cupcake coffee, and I kind of want to try it. I actually have cupcake syrup at home that I got from Marshall's probably over a year ago that I have not opened because I don't know why I bought it, honestly. I think I was no, I don't know why I bought it, but I have not used it, and so maybe trying it here will motivate me to use it at home because I have the stuff to make my own coffee though. Good morning, y'all. I just finished up with a client. I have a couple of clients today, so I am finally eating my breakfast. I was able to sleep in this morning, so I took advantage of that, and then I had to basically not rush. I wasn't rushing, but I left at the perfect time to make it here at the perfect time. But my client got here a little earlier. I'm about to eat this croissant I got from Aldi. They come frozen and it has sausage, egg, and cheese in it. Y'all, this has been one of the things that I've been eating this season of my life, and it's so good. And then before I left, I made my own coffee. This is pistachio honey coffee. So while I'm eating, I am trying to decide what I want to do for the rest of the day because my next client isn't for a little bit. So I have a couple of hours and it doesn't make sense to me to go home. By the time I get home, 30 minutes to an hour, and do the couple of errands that I have to do, I'll be right back. So I'm thinking that I am going to go by this place that I recently found that makes juice because I've been trying to get back on my juicing kick, my juicing era. I don't know the era. My juicing lifestyle. The juicing is like a lifestyle thing for me, and I've been kind of busy lately. I have not been focused on juicing, but I want to get back to juicing at home. But until then, I found a place that makes juice. Y'all, last week I had a juice and it had algae in it. It's blue. So if you live in like where I live, maybe you can go by there. But I had a juice with algae in it, and I thought it was going to be so nasty. That was one of the best juices that I have ever had, like natural juice that I've ever had in my life. So I want to go by there, and I have a fridge here so it can hold my stuff. It can hold the juice. I'm trying to decide should I get 2 for this week because I got 2 last time and they were like $11 a piece, but it's worth it to me because it's for, you know, helping with health stuff. So I will invest in stuff like when it comes to health, beauty stuff, skincare, makeup. I'm okay with investing in stuff like that. So yeah, it's worth it for me. I feel like your health is so important. It is gonna be kind of long appointment because I have 2 things to do for that client. So basically, I'm just about to find stuff to do in the meantime. I do need to go to the store and get toothpaste because I used the last little bit that I had today. I mean, I have some for like, you know, when I travel and stuff, but I don't like to go grab that and then put it in my personal area. And I thought I had extra because I like to stay stocked up on stuff. And I went in there and saw that I didn't have extra, so I need to go rack up on that. Other than that, that's gonna be my day. This week has actually been a very good week. It's just like I'm just in a place where the season has changed and I'm learning to navigate it and figure out my schedule and everything. I was so tired this week, not in a bad way, but from getting up early a couple of days, so I was just so tired. But yeah, I was well. All right, y'all, so I'm about to leave in a little bit. I'm gonna try to take y'all with me to the juicing place. Hey y'all, so I'm finally home. Let's do a quick haul and then I am ending this vlog, y'all. I'm so tired. A girl has put in the work for today, so I didn't get to check in with you guys when I went to the juicing place, although I wanted to because I got there probably like 5 minutes before they were closing. So the juice I ended up getting is an algae, a juice with blue algae. So it has apple, blue algae, lemon, and pineapple in it. This is one of the best natural juices that I have ever had in my life. And this is from Roots and Fruits Juicery. So I bought 2 last week and then I just got 2 for this week. Okay, so now let's do our oral hygiene haul. So I love using this toothpaste. They had a deal going on, so I just racked up. So this is the Arm & Hammer Advanced White. I have been using this for years, and y'all, my teeth are pretty white. Okay, so I love this stuff. I don't have any plans on ever stopping. You know, hopefully nothing ever goes down. You know, But I've been using this for years, y'all. Probably more years than I can even think of right now. Probably over 5 years, I know for sure. Probably almost 10 years. I've been using that toothpaste for a while, and I absolutely love it. And then as far as mouthwash, so I already have some of this. I just wanted to stock up because there was a deal going on. Please tell me why I got to Marshall's and I see the same exact big bottle of this at Marshall's. And so I have noticed that the last couple of times I've been to Marshall's, I have gone to Marshall's on very, I guess what would be considered, when you map out the whole city, the more expensive sides of town, or what people would consider the more nicer sides of town. And I noticed that they have, those Marshalls have had nicer things. I saw Fenty Hair, the conditioner, at Marshall's, and another Marshall's at a different location. This was like a week ago. Let me say this, because I do feel that Marshall's does have good stuff at different locations. I just think when you live in certain sides of town, sometimes the things get bought up really fast when it's seen. But I do feel that sometimes when I've gone to different Marshall's, I have seen that they have, I don't want to say nicer things, because I feel like all the Marshalls I've gone to usually have nice things, but I don't know if they like pick and choose which stores based off of demographics and stuff like that. But anyway, you guys, if you use this mouthwash, check out Marshalls. They might have what you're looking for, and you can save a couple of dollars. I didn't feel that it was necessary for me to go return it just for $3, so I was like, whatever, I'll just check next time. And then from Marshall's, I ended up getting this pumpkin pie Serrani syrup. I actually saw this at another Marshall's not long ago, but I was like, you know what, it's still like early August, I'm not gonna get it, but it's already mid-August now, and I got emails of the pumpkin stuff already coming out. So I was like, let me go ahead and just pick this up. Now I am going to start looking at Marshall's to buy my Torani syrups. Or I love the Lemonin. I hope that's the right name brand. I believe that is. I love their syrups. I love the pistachio one. I just got a French vanilla from that brand. And then I've been normally use like the vanilla from Torani, the toffee. And there's a couple of, like I have a lot of syrups for coffee here. So I like to stay stocked up on the ones that I use a lot. And I have been able to find the pistachio in like multiples at Marshall. Really any flavor you can think of, but you have to like, it just depends on when you go. Sometimes they have the sugar-free more in abundance, and I've seen they usually have the sugar ones in abundance. So I was like, let me go ahead and get pumpkin pie syrup. I do have pumpkin spice, but I felt like I might like this a little better because pumpkin pie to me sounds like it would be a little more softer and maybe a little more sweeter than the pumpkin spice. It's probably going to be sweet regardless, but yeah, so I got this because fall is here and I'm ready to start preparing. In my mind, it's already fall time. I did see this Zip Brow Gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills at Marshall, so I picked this up. I got the color dark brown. That's something I noticed too in Marshall's. It seems like Marshall's has always had certain name brands that will come in, and the higher brands that you can get from Sephora and stuff like that, they will have those things in occasionally too. And then y'all, so I have been at a place where I am slimming down, but I also find myself that I'm like still in between sizes, which is good, but it's also at times I can feel like now what I wear. So some of my clothes are actually starting to look big, and I'm finding that I don't feel like their look is flattering on me now that I'm slimming down. So I need some like casual everyday clothes to wear. I do have some stuff that I like to wear like throughout the week, like because when I'm working and stuff, I don't really care. Like if I'm working and I don't have to be in front of anybody with the work that I'm doing, then fine, whatever. I have my lounge wear or my stuff that's a little more dressed down, but when I am going out and about, I feel like I have clothes, okay? Let me not sound like, I have clothes, but I feel like as far as the type of clothes that I would like to wear now, I don't really have them, or some of them look big on me. So I did end up getting this set from Marshall's. It's like a vest top, and it has those pants that go with it. And I just felt like this is really cute. It has stretch to it, so while I'm transitioning, I can like figure out what my I won't say what my style is because I feel like my style is my style, but I find that right now I'm not like too pressed on I guess super stylish stuff because I have a mission and a goal in mind, but I also still want cute stuff. So I did try on a few clothes at Marshall's, but that was the only thing that I felt like looked good on me. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to end this vlog because I feel like it's nothing more to really share for this vlog. This vlog I feel like was more of my chill, like, watching me in my routine and stuff, going to Pilates and trying out the new Pilates place. And, a girl is handling business, okay? All right, so thank y'all for watching, and you will see me on the next vlog. Bye, y'all.